country at large have lost a statesman, gallant, peacemaker, and developmental leader.
He was obedient. He loved togetherness, and he never ever crossed boundaries, even when he had the authority to. And it should be a lesson we should learn from him. And it's a message of tolerance. He was a very tolerant person.
He is the only chairperson I've worked with who would delegate.
He had the spirit of oneness and working together. He appointed me the Secretary for Education, which is very not common with most of the political leaders who want to revenge.
Now, the Prime Minister, Robin Nabanja, has assured Chotida of NRM's government's commitment to rehabilitate the Masaka Chotida Mukula Road to ease transport. Now, she made the remarks while presiding over the Chotida Women's Day celebration held at Chotida grounds in Chotida Town Council.
Prime Minister
Masaka Chotira Mutukula 90-kilometer road connects Uganda to Tanzania, as well as a route for imports and exports into and out of the country. Prime Minister Robin Nabanja says that government is now identifying a contractor to rehabilitate and expand the road.
Bana etwina omukisa ngabana Uganda ngabana bana Chotera. Government yabawereza abakugu yabawereza kampuni eyebinazi. Abantu be Kalangala bwe twagendayo twalabanga abantu bakulakulanye. Tubasaba mujjumbire namwe mubeere ba outgrowers nga muweereza mu kampuni eyo.
While commissioning the multi-billion district administration block, Nabanja asked leaders of Chotira to work as a team.
Chairman LC5 oli mukulembeze wa wano mwena tubangala kitu mwena NRM webagala. All your contribution is required to put this district.
Nabanja, on behalf of President Yoweri Museveni, donated a brand new motorcycle to the chairperson to help her mobilize for NRM.
LC1 ezo sente za Museveni zenali sina sente. Egende ekola emirimu gya NRM wano ekyotera.
The day was also used to celebrate the belated NRM Liberation Day for Chotira District.
The Executive Director of Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Chris Mukiza, has urged UBOS staff to work together in developing strategies and work plans that promote individual and the Bureau values. Mukiza was officiating at the pass-out of 104 newly trained UBOS staff in Chankwanzi.
The newly passed out 104 Uganda Bureau of Statistics staff have been undertaking the political education and leadership development course at the National Leadership Institute in Chankwanzi. The course aims at equipping participants with knowledge and tools to enable them penetrate and have minds to perceive beyond ordinary.
They therefore have the tools to analyze and synthesize things to give a correct interpretation and prescription. The knowledge acquired will help them to build cohesion and esprit de corps at the workplaces, to be patriots and committed staff in the execution of duty.
Mindset change is key for an organization if they are to attach the mental and physical capacities for great effects.
Through experience and interaction, we have realized that man's enemy is his own mind. We are taking away a team that is widely informed, motivated, and committed to change the Bureau's work.
Speaking to the new trainees, the ED, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Dr. Chris Mukiza, urged them to reflect the training on their journey to leadership by empowering others.
A leader is known by having ability to display how many people are able to step in your shoes seamlessly and being able to hand over. So it's an obligation of each of you, having known your purpose of life, to start empowering other leaders.
Working together as a group in developing strategies and working plans that promote the Bureau's values was cited.
They will stop saying I. We want them to be looking at themselves as a group, as we. Whatever they are doing is for serving others, not I. We work as a unit to deliver the main objective.
Participants are optimistic in using the acquired knowledge from the 4 pillars of Uganda's ideology in providing the country with quality data.
Therefore, the team is now able to serve our country selflessly and ready to handle the tasks.
The Political Education and Leadership Development course was conducted for 27 days. Best participants were rewarded by the National Leadership Institute. Lydia Chomkama, Kenneth Tanaba, UBC News.
UPC Party President Jimmy James Michael Akena Obote has called up men to be supportive to their wives to help them grow. Akena says he has a hard-working wife with whom they work together to grow as a family. Akena was in Lira to preside over the Lira City Women's Day celebration. We have the details in this report.
Uganda People's Congress Party President Jimmy James Michael Akena has joined the women of Lira City to commemorate their day after the national celebration that was held in Chirohora. He recalls the message his mother had for his father Milton Obote during the Women's Day celebration in Kenya.
Initially it was not a public holiday, but I was brought in as a choir member. In the first honoring of the day, my mother gave a speech where she told my late father, and the basic theme of that message was, as a country, we cannot move ahead with one strong leg and one weak leg. And therefore, for the women's cause, the men are part of it.
The UPC party president wants more women trained in different spheres to cause effective transformation.
A lady must be given opportunity to go and make money for the budget she needs for her house and for her children. And that is what is still lacking from our women. But I thank the government of NRM today. A woman is picked out of the kitchen.
The women were a bit left behind. But because of the work of this government, we have been able to have policies and programs and legal frameworks to support the presence of women both in governance and in management.
As a society, we must realize that we need to invest in our women. The women who have more skills are more productive in the future. Where you limit a woman taking her out of primary school before she is fully developed and explore the possibilities of what is available to her, is not the best way of handling matters.
Asked about his party's plan to bounce back to the State House, the smiling Akena had this response.
I need the endorsement of my party. My party has to set me forward. I do not just decide on my own and say I'm a candidate. There are procedures, there are processes, and the party is going to determine how it is handled.
He says the National Council will sit in 2 months to set the course for the party. Eddie Oloa, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we return after these messages.
With freedom. Get MTN Freedom voice bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21# or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and the World Bank will host a public launch and dissemination of the Public Investment Financing Strategy, PIFS, on Tuesday, 21st of March 2023 at Sheraton Hotel, Kampala. The guest of honor will be the Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Honorable Matia Kasaija. The PIFS aims to establish robust and sustainable financing mechanisms for the achievement of the Third National Development Plan by involving alignment of financing options to suitable government programs, minimizing the cost and risk exposure of financing modalities and leveraging additional financing from traditional and other innovative sources to meet the increasing development requirements. It also provides a framework for partnerships with the private sector in implementation and financing of the public investment programs. The launch will provide a platform for stakeholders including high-level government officials, development partners, civil society and the private sector to engage and discuss how to successfully implement the PIFS and achieve its objectives. The event will be a hybrid with an in-person attendance by invitation. All other participants are invited via Zoom and live on NBS television. For more information and to confirm your participation, please contact the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development on
the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel. Now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes, 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. With Airtel, the smartphone network.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
This is our family's pride.
This is my friend.
This is the future of our nation.
She is the future of Uganda, and the policies I enact today will protect her from teenage pregnancy.
She is the hope of our community, and I will talk to others about how we must protect her.
She is our family's pride, and I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Their support meant so much to me. I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Paying your bills the old way.
Let's go. Just need to buy some power.
Paying your bills with the My
It's a line.
You have the power in your pocket. The power to instantly pay your bills hassle-free. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
Oh, you're back.
Fish Farming Expo and Training. Ekajansi ku Aquaculture Research and Development Center kutandika Friday ngabiri munya paka Sunday ngabiri mukaga March 2023 sawa bide zokumacha bali lunaku kosirenya kubitano zokka no mutwalo kubone training jangu oyiko kwongera ku makungula ne sente zofuna mu byenyanja oyike balusa endisa nekola emere ebyenyanja endwadde nezijanja bayabyo ero bikumotya ngabira mwatenga bya mutindo omwoleso kujide bakukuberere mu byenyanja bouncing kazo zabana ebisanyusa ntoko endoko kasiku bali wagulo okuva mu bayimbi ba Uganda benjawulo eno olaba oyiga ng'atonyumirwa obulamu Fisheries kuba essimu 0702 mukaga 2205 oba 0772 mukaga 226 okumanya ebisingawo tosuwa omwoleso gw'ebyennyanja oguwagiddwa naro nga gutegekeddwa Slick Stars.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. At least 2,200 people in fishing business in districts surrounding Lake Victoria have been trained in modern methods of fishing and improved practices in fishing value chain. This one-year exercise has been conducted by the German Corporation for International Cooperation, GIZ, and outstanding groups have got fishing equipment worth 1.5 billion shillings.
This training of 1 year concentrated on vulnerable households and communities, artisanal fishers, and small and medium-sized enterprises in the fishery sector. The GIZ and partners working with fishery groups empowered at least 2,200 members in the value chain and modern fishing practices.
Embedded knowledge into these entrepreneurs, and it will help them to do better business, have a bit more income, and have a better livelihood.
More active in terms of being legal in fisheries, don't do illegal fishing and don't do dynamite fishing and such things, to give people a reason, to let's say obey the legal aspects.
This business development services project costed 1.5 billion shillings, and trained members benefited from the modern fishing equipment as a grant from the development partners.
We can do better, that the fish which we have, we can process it better, so that we don't have any losses, that we don't throw any parts away. We have learned today you can make sausages, or the bones of the Nile perch you grind, you have a fish powder, which you can use.
Drying racks is a modern hygienic method of drying fish, and with this project, groups are empowered on how to adapt in order to harvest fish even during off-season.
We bring muken and we put on these racks, and then it gets dry. We sell at a high price, instead of putting down, as you see there.
The training comprised of value addition, where groups are skilled on primary processing of fish to boost incomes and basic financial management. Fishers surrounding Lake Victoria decried of the current regulations which prohibit them from using solar lamps, which are cheaper and less risky.
People who feel they are engaging in illegalities because they cannot afford the illegal gears, the illegal boat and the illegal engines, because they think their income is too low for them to invest. Because for you to have a boat of 28 feet, you need about 2 million. For you to have an engine of say 9 horsepower, you need around 12 million.
The project of training fishers was effectively implemented for 14 months in 15 fishing districts surrounding Lakes Victoria and Choga. Abdonasir Lobwama compiled this report.
Jerry con! Jerry con! Hey, Master Blaster! Touch him, man! Bang Jerry con with muscle! Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava, first school fees I teach you. When I go to Muscari, because of the cover is very far. Is you serious? It's serious you. What? Yeah? You stay put on it. Add kilometers to your legs, and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru, and Umaru refuse to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru,
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
Welcome back, and now into the world of sports. Husna Kukundakwe has moved within touching distance of a place at the 2024 Paris Paralympics. This after her exploits at the Paraswimming World Series. British Met in Sheffield sealed a place at July's Paraswimming World Championship due in Manchester.
Tagged as arguably the best para-athlete in Uganda, Husna Kukundakwe's scandal has gathered more light in Sheffield, where she has swum her way to the Para-Swimming World Championships in Manchester, UK in July.
These competitions have been, really fun so far, even though the first day, it didn't go so well, as well as I would have wanted it to, but today it has gone really well. I'm very happy with my performance.
At the British Para-Swimming World Series meet in Sheffield, Kukundakwe has already secured a 100-meter breaststroke and 200 individual medley slots at the world event in July. She still fancies her chances in her remaining events like the 50-meter and 100-meter butterfly and the 50-meter freestyle S8. Her latest success is historical and makes her the only ever Ugandan known to need a wild card to qualify for a global event.
I had 9 races, and so far I've qualified for 100 meters breaststroke with the minimum qualification standard, which is the A time, and qualified for also 200 meters individual medley, which in the minimum entry time, which is the B standard. Honestly, I'm very happy and honored to have made history for Uganda for being better and qualifying rather than going on wild card, which is usually what Ghanaian swimmers end up going to big events with.
The Para World Swimming Championship in Manchester will be a qualifier to the Paralympics that Kukundakwe wishes to compete in for the second successive time. John Burns, Centum, UBC News.
Well, UBC News tonight has come to an end, but do join us for our second edition at 10 o'clock, where we bring you much more stories. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and Muhammad Mugalu in sign language interpretation. We will see you at 10.